Welcome back to the Bak'n Show. In today's episode, we're going to reset this Mars Hydro FC8000 tent. Now, the only thing in here is Mars Hydro is the FC8000, the light up top, and the supplemental bars that are going here with it. But down here, we're running the air cube watering system, and we got 4 plants all gonna be in this Coco Loco, and we got some fabric pots to fit down inside of the buckets here. These are 3-gallon fabric pots. They fit perfectly in these 3-gallon buckets, and that's how we're gonna run this. We got some fans, oscillating fans, 6-inch up here at top. We got 2 8-inch oscillating fans down on the floor to take care of the air movement down there. Now we're gonna make a couple adjustments in here. I got my power strip back there in the back. I'll take it off the tripod in a minute, y'all can see this. Make some adjustments to this. I got a power strip down here on the floor, practically down here in the tent. I'm gonna adjust that and get it up higher off the floor, but we'll figure all those things out. But I'm just resetting this tent now because if you've seen past Mars Hydro videos, it was in the 4x4, which is right on the other side of me here. And we're gonna reset that tent because the new tent and some of the stuff that came with the tent just came, and I'm waiting for a couple more pieces, and then I'm gonna do an unboxing video for that. But I am getting ready to take off and go out of town again for another 10 days, something like that. And I didn't want to leave these plants. They starting to grow like crazy. Initially, they weren't taking off, but now they're rocking and rolling. So I said, you know what? I couldn't leave them in these 1-gallon pots. And it'll be another 2 weeks before before I could transplant them. And 2 more weeks in these pots, and I don't like what they'll be looking like when I come back. They'll be huge, they'll be big, and root system will be off into the races, but it'll wrap itself around these 1-gallon pots, and I try to avoid that. Now these plants, I would tell you what date I put them in here, but on the tape that I was using, it's pretty much all faded off. So all the writing. And I got lucky when I took them out of the other tent just now. I grabbed all 4 of them and set them down together, and then realized most of the writing on the tape is faded off. So I was able, one of the plants, you could definitely tell, say Gorilla Cookies, I could see that. The other 3, you couldn't really tell, but one plant did still have some writing on it, and I could tell their last word was cookies. So I figured that out. So those 2 were the cookies, and the other 2 were the sticky soups. The only thing that did survive of the writing was wood phenols 1 and 2. So we got those plants sitting down here in the pots now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transplant them into this Coco Loco. Like I said, these 3-gallon pots, fabric pots. We're gonna drop them in here, and we're gonna get this tent up and going. I didn't want to really set this up and start running this until I got back from my trip, but I think this would be better off, and it'll allow these plants to get watered like they should. So by the time maybe I get back, they'll be close to ready to flip the flower. So no more talking. We're gonna go ahead and get the transplant started. I am going to set myself up something right here and transplant. Be right back. Just wanted to get y'all in here real quick so y'all can see how it's set up. It's all been cleaned up. It's been cleaned up for over a month now because I haven't used this tent in a while. But each one of the plants are sitting down in the buckets. And here's the light we're rocking with. That big girl there. She produces. All my biggest runs have been from this light right here. See if I can get the light on. I think y'all can see that up there. Yep, that FC8000. Beast mode. And like I said, the supplemental lights will be coming back in here during this video. So all I'm doing now is transplanting, using that setup right there. Put you back up on this tripod, and I'm gonna start doing that real quick. And I don't have any micros or anything to add to the soil, to the root system as I do this, but that's fine. There's enough in there, and there's enough in the nutrients that the plants will be getting from henceforth. So I do got to get this system to turn back on. I do have water sitting in the reservoir, so it'll be no problem just mixing up some newts and getting this one up and going again. But let me set this tripod back up and let's get to work. All right, I'm back. Now I'm gonna start transplanting. Going sticky suits number 1 first, and it's the floppier one, so I know I'm gonna lose some soil when I'm doing this. Well, I'm gonna lose some cocoa, because it is, you know what, is that cocoa? Yeah, that is cocoa. So what I do, I start off by just putting some in here. Let it settle itself down a little bit. Make sure I ain't got no chunks or anything, or big sticks like that. I'm gonna sit this down in here, and I'm gonna just backfill it. As you put it in here, you want to pack it down on the sides. You don't want to pack it down tight, but you want to get it down in there nice and good. And again, I don't want it too tight because it got to fit in that square over there. And like I was saying to y'all, I've had absolutely my best runs ever in this tent right here. Nothing has come close to it. Now, granted, this is a 5x5 tent, y'all, so I should be getting my biggest runs out of here. But this light, this 8000, is beast, especially with these supplemental bars. And with all that loose stuff that I just scooped in there, I don't need it filled all the way to the very top, but I am going to put some more in here once I do the transplant. Perfect hole. And all I'm going to do now is dump this upside down like this between my 2 fingers. Got a nice decent root ball. Now it could have been bigger than this, but which I'm glad it isn't bigger than this, because I didn't want it all wrapped up by the time I took this out of here. So this is an ideal time. It's been in here, I can't tell you how many weeks it's been in these pots, because like I said, the tape is faded. I have to go look at the old videos. But it's been in here a couple weeks. Well, has it been a couple weeks for these? I'm gonna say it has to be at least 2 weeks they've been in these pots, I think. Had to be. But anyway, we got some nice roots here, so they were doing very well. So I just dropped that right down in there, and it fit in here perfectly. Now what I'll do from this point, I'm gonna stick it back in the pot here, and then I'm gonna add that last scoop of dirt, because this is kind of bulging out on the sides. So let me do that first. Fits down in there perfectly. And like I said, I'm gonna add one more scoop of dirt to it. I should probably could just dump this stuff here that fell out. I'm not even gonna try. And as you can see how the plant is drooping over. because a lot of the stem was exposed. So we want to build that up now. And just like that, she's in there. So I'm going to do the other 3. Then I'm going to come back and let y'all see what they look like. All right, I'm back. I got them all transplanted, as you can see. That one back there is drooping. I'm going to give it a day or 2. If it still keep drooping, I'll put a stake in it. But other than that, they look damn good. So we got that part of it taken care of. Next part is making adjustments to this light. Then I'm gonna bring it down. It's about at least 5 feet from the plants right now, somewhere in that ballpark. So I'm gonna bring that light down, and I'm gonna bring the supplemental bars in here and put them on. Because during veg, I do run the UV during veg. Not the IR, the deep red, just the UV. So that's my next step here, adjust this light. And after we get the light adjusted, then we'll mess with the nutrients. But let's get with the light now. Be right back. All right, I got all 4 plants in. I got the main light dropped down 20 inches off the canopy. Now the supplemental lighting, I have to still take out of the other tent and work all them lights out of there. But I'm gonna do that probably tomorrow. I'll probably come back in here tomorrow to finish this up. So I'm going to actually stop the video here. I haven't even watered the things, and like I said, I still have to do the reservoir on the side. As you can see, my electrical is still sitting back there in the corner, and it's actually going to stay there because I realized the best place for it is right there. That'll allow me to get all my fans. My fans are pretty much the only thing that plugs up in there. Got 5 fans. You got the 2 here. I got the 2 on the floor that I showed you, and I have this one right here that's mounted to this vent right here. So that's drawing in the fresh air continuously, and the other fans circulate the air around in the tent. But that's what the girls are looking like right now. But like I said, we will be back in here again tomorrow, and we will finish it up by adding the supplemental bars up here at the top. And I don't even have the exhaust fan on, so I'm not going to turn it on tonight. Probably won't need it. But the exhaust fan, turning that on, getting the reservoir set up and ready to go, supplemental lights, those are the things left that I still have to do. So I'll get in here tomorrow and we'll knock those out together. I'll see y'all then. All right, we're back. This is roughly 24 hours later. Girls have been in these new pots and in this new tent. And as you can see, all of them are standing up. If you remember yesterday, when we ended the video, that one was flopped over. And then it stood itself back up. She's looking damn good. But what we came in here to do today is, like I said to you, put the supplemental lights in. Now with the supplemental lights there, we got the UV, the IR, and the deep red. Right for veg stage, I only want to use the UV. The other 2 won't be turned on until flower. And with the UV, I only plan on using it for 5 minutes each hour that the lights are on. Just put it like that. So if at the top of each hour, the UV light is going to come on for 5 minutes. And that's from, my lights come on at 6 a.m. and they shut off at midnight on this 18/6 schedule. So that's what we're going to be doing next, setting these lights up. So I guess I can just keep you on this tripod to stand you back up, but then you're just gonna be seeing my backside in the photo. In the video. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop it right here, and I'm gonna come back once I get it set up in here, and you'll see how it looks then. Because right after that, we do have to still do the reservoir. The water's sitting over in there, and I'll let you see what that looks like over there real quick. As you can see, it's full. The water's pretty clear, but you can see the water moving. But yeah, so I do have to add newts to that water. So, and matter of fact, all this is shut off, the brain and everything. So I'm gonna have to reset this timer, put the newts in there, and I should even turn it on, run the system maybe once or twice, to make sure it's up and running correctly. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing before we end this video. But we're gonna start by just putting these supplemental lights in. So let me put you back up on this stand and get to work. All I have to do now is put the timer on these lights when they're outside. I got them set up just like I want them. The cords are just dangling on the outside. A couple timers here for them. I think I need a total of just the 2 timers. Because like I said, well right now I only need the 1 timer for the UV light. But once we switch this over into flower, let me see, I want to misspeak. The IR I think only comes on, or the IR stays on, and the deep red comes on for twice a day, 15 minutes prior to the lights coming on, 15 minutes after the lights go off. I think it's the deep red and not the IR, or I might have them backwards. But anyway, that's when you need the extra timer because of that deep red light or IR light, whatever one. The other one will be on the same timer as your main light because it stays on the same duration as that light did. I have to look at my notes. I always get that mixed up. But yeah, that's how that's set up. So what I have to do now is set up, matter of fact, it should be, this one is set up for, this is the one that's set up for the UV because it's already set. I see the little pegs. This one here can't because this is only running 15-minute increments. So I gotta go over there and look. I think I might have left it over there. But on the other side, grab the other timer and set that up there. And we'll have UV on with that. And then I can get into the feeding. So I don't necessarily have to do this on camera. That's something else. I will plug it in just to make sure it's working. I have each one of them tagged. UV is here. So yes, it is working. Let me get y'all in here, y'all can see that. And as you can see, there's the 2 UV bars there. So that's working fine. Just needs to be put on a timer. Next thing that needs to be addressed is my put newts in a reservoir. So y'all have seen me do that a million times. I don't think I need to bore y'all mixing up newts. It's a 25-gallon reservoir, and I'm about to, it's pretty much already filled up. I got another half a gallon of, maybe 2 gallons of water, whatever, sitting back there in my laundry room. I'm gonna take some of that water and I'm going to mix that up with the newts, pour those newts inside that reservoir and get that reservoir going again. And I also got to still do the timer and all that, but that's pretty boring stuff, huh? It's nothing that y'all really want to see anyway. It's just pretty much turning the brain back on to the air cube system and setting the time back on it and put the timer on it, and the plants will be watered by it. I guess I could show y'all that because I don't know if I ever showed y'all that part of it. But yeah, I'll pause it real quick. And when I get to that point there, I'll show y'all that, and then we'll end this video. All right, I'm back. Got the reservoir filled up. Check the pH and the EC right quick, ppms. Right there at 5.6, 5.7, which is good. ppms, 865, that's a little high, but I think the plant's strong enough to deal with that. I'm getting ready to turn the system on, and I'll keep an eye on the plants for the next couple days to make sure that EC isn't too high for them. I prefer to have it down at least about 657, right around there. But we're gonna rock with this 8 for right now. So all I gotta do now is to come here and hit the switch down here. For y'all who never seen this system run, we'll turn it on now. You got a switch down here. You switch it down here at the bottom is drain. In the middle is auto, so when you got your timer set, and at the top is fill. So that's what we're gonna do. Flip it up to fill. The fill light came on, and the system is filling. And then down here, I don't know how well we're gonna be able to see it, but the water is gonna eventually start flowing into here. Right down in there. It'll be kind of hard to see that. Kind of got a little bit of light there, but I think we got some movement. We got a little water going. There it is, right there. See the water? You can barely see it, but see the water going in the system now. Now let it fill up until it's shut off, and then I'll show you how high the water got. Be right back. I just heard the float valve stop. Well, the water stopped the water stopped coming in because the float valve, you hit the float valve, which is sitting right there. That's the water level. And let's slide on over here, and you can see how high the water got up in the pot. So it'll sit there for 15 minutes, and then it'll drain from there. So after 15 minutes, all that water that's sitting there will drain out. So right now I got it on manually, so I'm gonna manually have to do it. But again, that's how the system is set up. You can run it 15-minute increments. You can turn it on and let it stay filled for 15-minute increments. So you can do it as many times a day as you want, as you set the timer. But in this case here, we're only going to have it running once a day for 15 minutes. And it's early start in a part of veg here. And as the plants get bigger, we will set it to increase the feeds throughout the day. And then the EC will go up. I don't want the EC to surpass 1,000, or the ppms to surpass 1,000 on this run. At the most 1,100. And we're at the 865 now that I just showed you. And I want to see how these plants react to it. If they start acting funny, start getting deficiencies, I know that was the issue. I'm pushing them a little bit too hard. But if not, I won't mess with it. These plants are pretty damn hardy, because once they started getting nutrients, they just took off and started growing like crazy. And that's where they're at right now. But that's where we at. We have the UV set up. I also did set up the timer. I don't know if you can see that all the way up there. That timer sitting right there is the timer for the UV. The other timer, the white thing that you see, that's for the light. because I don't have it all hooked up here yet. But that's what we have for y'all in this episode. Plants are looking good. It's a hell of a good start. Fans are rocking and rolling. I don't need the floor fans yet. I'll leave them like that for now. I'll just rock with these 2 fans here. And the exhaust system is on, and I got it set on about 2. So it's just pulling some air out of there. But like I said, the supplemental bars are up and running. Right now they're off, but they will be back on in about 20 minutes or so. Or at least the UV will be for 5 minutes. But that's what the plants look like. The Mars Hydro 5x5 is up and going. The next step is the Mars Hydro, let me spin around here. It's 4x4. You see I got all this new stuff here. We're gonna be doing an unboxing here in the next couple days of those things there. And we're gonna rock out with that. But yeah, that unboxing will be done. I'll do it tomorrow. I have to get it in tomorrow. And with that, it's a tent, it's a Trumbo oscillating fan, and a humidifier, a new humidifier the Mars Hydro has out. And we'll go over each one of those items then. But that tent that you see right there, it's about to come down. But the the FC8000, it's still going to be in use. We're going to be putting it in the next tent. And with the irrigation and the drainage system that's over there. But yeah, that's all we have for y'all in this episode. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, stay baked.